Hello and welcome to the 32nd season of Sims 4 Survivor. This is All Stars 4, the fourth iteration of All Stars, where we have 20 of the best players from the past 7 seasons coming back to play once again. We will be following Ghost Island, which I think is going to be a lot of fun as a brand steal season, but we'll see, I guess. Anyway, let's just introduce our cast. First up, we have here the Ravens. Named so after the bird because we are playing in Ravenwood. Revisiting Ravenwood, I guess. First up on this tribe, we have none other than Nancy Landgrab, the first ever runner-up of Sims 4 Survivor, but she is here to represent Return to Willow Creek, Season 25, where she once again was the runner-up of that season as well. Or I guess she tied with her number 1 ally Hector Laurent, but both of them lost to Dennis. So it is her time to, once and for all, redeem herself, hopefully, and get that crown. Then next up, we have the winner of Sims 4 Survivor Early Outs 2. We have Hillary Laurent here. Hillary is one of the most dominant winners of Sims 4 Survivor, I would say. Even though, I mean, she didn't have like the most competitive opposition in the world since she was competing on an Early Out season. However, I think her winning game was more than worthy of a return here on All Stars. And also coming from Early Outs 2, we have Justin Delgado, who became a surprise hit on that season. He was the first boot of Worldwide, and then returned all these seasons later to have a pretty explosive game on Early Outs 2. Got kind of screwed over by multiple idol uses by the opposing alliance, so he kind of ended up on the bottom of the tribe, of the merged tribe. Then next up, we have here the runner-up of Sims 4 Survivor Evergreen Harbor, Akira Kibo. Or maybe he was third place? I don't remember. Hang on. Yeah, okay, he was actually the third placer. Gidri was the runner-up, I forgot about that. But Akira is here. He played a very strong social game on Evergreen Harbor, only for the jury to not really respect his game. So I felt like he deserved yet another shot at the game. Then we also have, coming from Evergreen Harbor, Kim Goldblum, who was one of the strongest players on the season and was looking to be the one to beat. She had the best social game out of anybody, but she kind of ended up getting betrayed by her number 1 ally, Julia Wright, who went on to win the season. When Julia won the Final Four immunity and decided to send Kim out to fire, which caused Kim to be eliminated one tribal short of Final Tribal Council and becoming the fallen angel of the season. Next up, we have here Ned Whalen, coming here from Sims 4 Survivor Nordhaven. Ned was a wild character on Nordhaven. He forced a rock draw with an idol and then rocked himself out of the game. It was crazy. Probably the dumbest move of Sims 4 Survivor, I would say, but also one of the most entertaining moves of Sims 4 Survivor, so he earned himself a spot here on All Stars. Then next up we have here Victor Fang, coming from Blood vs. Water 2. He's kind of in the same boat as Akira, where he played a very strong game and was looking to be a contender for the crown, but then he made it to the end and the jury just did not respect his game, so he ended up being the third placer on the season. Last time he was on an All-Star season, he was the first boot, so let's see if he can do a little bit better here on this season. Then we have, coming here from Sims 4 Survivor fan favorites, we have the fan favorite of fan favorites, Cecilia King. Cecilia was the number 1 ally of Ignacio, who went on to win the season, and the two of them had to keep her in the game with the use of idols after they ended up being betrayed by their own allies at the merge. But Cecilia was able to hang in there for a while until she unfortunately got clipped out of the game at the final 5. And then we have the runner-up of fan favorites. Dustin Broke is here. Dustin was a surprise strategic hit on fan favorites. He originally competed on Tartosa, where nobody liked him. Then he competed on Second Chances, where he once again didn't do all that well. But he did earn himself the title of fan favorite on Second Chances. So when he got to fan favorites, he was ready to play, and after fighting himself on the bottom, he was able to flip the game in his favor, turned the game on its head, but unfortunately did end up going to the end with Ignacio, who had played a far stronger game, so he lost to him. And then finally, for this tribe, we have the winner of Sims 4 Survivor Brindleton Bay last season. Saint Amri is here. Sane played a loyal game. They played a pretty strong game. Went on to win the season, obviously, after a very close jury vote. And they're ready to run it back. Then we have here the Crows tribe. Again, just named after a bird. I don't know. I had no idea what I was going to do with the naming convention here, so I just picked birds, I guess. First up, we have here Hector Laurent, who competed on Return to Willow Creek. He was the #1 ally of Nancy. And Hector is generally considered to be one of the best Sims 4 Survivor players of all time. Certainly the best to never win at this point, as he has always made it to the final 3 on all 3 seasons that he's competed on. All he's really missing is that crown. So I would love to see him take the win here, but we'll see. We'll see how he does. And then also coming from Return to Willow Creek, we have Kiyoshi Ito. The breakout star of the second ever season, Brains vs. Brawn vs. Beauty, became the fallen angel on that season after getting cut right before the final tribal council. Then went on to compete on All Stars, where he was forced into the underdog role, but that earned him the title of fan favorite on that season, and also earned him a spot on Return to Willow Creek, where once again he hit the ground running, formed a very strong Final 2 alliance with Amelia Ernest. And the two of them were a strong power duo in the pre-merge. However, he ended up getting on the bad side of Nancy Landgrab. And the two feuded for the entire merge portion of the game until he unfortunately got eliminated by Nancy, as she was in control the entire game. Then we have here the wild card pick of this cast. Coming from Early Outs 2, we have Ava Capricciosa. Now, listen, okay. Ava did not make it far on Early Outs 2. She was medically evacuated right before the merge happened. However, I do like to always bring like one wild card onto these All-Star seasons, which is why I decided to bring Ava onto this season. And I do think Ava would have been a very big character on this season if she had not been medically evacuated. She had an idol play in the pre-merge, idled out Soshi Luna, who we all were very sad to see go early on. But she also had a girly alliance with the eventual winner of the season, Hillary Laurent, and Lana McKinnon, who also made it to the Final 4. So I think Ava would have been there at the Final 3 if she had not been medically evacuated. And for that reason, I decided to bring her back. Next up, we have the winner of Sims 4 Survivor Evergreen Harbor. Julia Wright is here. Julia played a very strong and strategic game on Evergreen Harbor. Her game was defined by her patience, where she just lied in waiting for the moment to strike. And then when she saw the opportunity, she struck, and she struck hard. She voted out her #1 ally, Kim, got her eliminated in firemaking, and pretty much just played a flawless endgame, which resulted in her win. Next we have, coming here from Sims 4 Survivor Nordhaven, we have Grandma Hattie Loden. Grandma Hattie, what an icon, what a legend. We love her. She needed to be here. She was the fallen angel of the season, although I don't think she would have won, to be honest, if she had made it to the Final 3, but she did get eliminated at the Final 4, right before Final Tribal Council. Before that, she had played a strong social game, had been just a very consistent player, so I felt like she deserved another chance at the game. And also coming from Nordhaven, we have the runner-up of Nordhaven, Corey Nihus. Corey played a very strong game on Nordhaven. He was in control for most of the game, with the exception of a few tribals here and there. And it was looking to be his game to lose. And then he just made some bad decisions at the end game and allowed his #1 ally, Gretchen Wolf, to get to the end. And she handily beat him and Emmett. But if he had just had the foresight of cutting her when he had the chance, then he would have been a Sims 4 Survivor winner. So I think he, for sure, out of anybody from Nordhaven, deserves another chance at competing for the crown. Next up, we have here, coming from Blood vs. Water 2, the meme queen herself, Tia Bailey. Tia Bailey is... She is one of my favorite Sims 4 Survivor players, not because she's the good player, but because she is one of the dumbest players of the show. She kind of just coasts along every time she competes, yet somehow does pretty well and ends with a pretty strong placement. On Blood vs. Water 2, she got eliminated, but she then went on to fight her way back into the game, where she eventually became the 4th placer on the season somehow. despite not really doing anything the entire season. And we love her for it. Next up, we have the winner of Sims 4 Survivor fan favorites, the aforementioned Ignacio Robles. Ignacio's game I kind of already cataloged in the introduction of Cecilia, because they played a very similar game. They were linked up the entire time. However, Ignacio had far stronger relationships, which carried him all the way to the end, whereas Cecilia ended up getting clipped at the final 5. And then he had a convincing win at the end game, as he had a lot of respect on the jury. So I would also consider him one of the more stronger winners of Sims 4 Survivor, hence why I decided that he should be one of the winners to return here. Next up, we have here, coming from last season, Sims 4 Survivor Brinton Bay, we have Monica Lopez. Monica is another kind of wild card on this season. She was the 7th placer on the season, and she kind of found herself at the bottom of the tribe after losing ally after ally. But she held in there longer than I anticipated. And I think on a different season, if she had just not found herself at the bottom, I think she could have done a lot more damage. So I'm excited to see her come back and see what she does. And then the final member here, also coming from Brindleton Bay, we have the runner-up of Brindleton Bay, Daryl Charm. Daryl originally competed on Chestnut Ridge, where he was the first boot, returned for Brindleton Bay, where he played a far stronger game. He wasn't messing around this time, had a very strong social game, linked up with Dennis Davila, and the two of them pretty much controlled the game at the merge. However, Daryl ended up losing the game after the jury tied between Daryl and Sane. And since the losing finalist was Sane's #1 ally Freya, Sane ended up winning, whereas Daryl lost. So Daryl 1 vote away from winning. We'll see if he can replicate his success here on All Stars 4. All right, that is our cast. Place your bets now. I edited the stats the same as all All-Star seasons are for strategic and social ability. I also edited the relationships to reflect the previous seasons that they just competed on. So we have like Nancy and Hector. They obviously have a small bond because they were in an alliance together. And then Nancy and Kiyoshi, for example, they have a mild dislike because they were beefing the entire season. But I only did slight and small bonds and slight and mild dislikes. However, we do have one familiar relationship in the game. We have Hillary Laurent and we have Hector Laurent. And as such, they obviously have a strong bond because, you know, they are married. So it only makes sense that they would work together. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I think we are ready to start with episode number 1, where we have a twist. And this twist is that we have a leader picked from both tribes. On one side, we have Victor for the Ravens. On the other, Tia. Tia Bailey for the Crows. They have to pick a runner and a puzzle solver. And the Crows, they win. So that is Corey and Kiyoshi. They beat out Kim and Justin. They get some awards, I guess. A massive shelter building kit and also 20 eggs and flint. Good for them. On the beaches, we have Ned and Hillary already with a small bond. Okay. Not sure what they have in common, but I guess. I guess Ned did have a relationship with Grandma Hattie, so maybe he just likes older women. Not that Hillary is all that old. But we also have Kim and Akira with a small bond. They entered the game with this relationship, so this is not anything new. Nancy already not liking Hillary. That is not great. Her #1 ally on Return to Willow Creek was her husband. So I would tread carefully, Nancy. You don't want to piss Hector off. Which, by the way, I forgot to say. I'm going to go back to this screen. I want to do a prediction. I want to do a winner prediction. The reason for that is because there is a bit of a pattern when it comes to the All-Star winners. It has pretty much always been a strong male player who did very well on the season they just competed on and almost won, but then didn't for one reason or another. We had Kasim, who played one of the strongest non-winning game in the first era. Then we had Denzel for All Stars 2, where he had also played a very strong game and could have won if he had not gotten cut right before Final Tribal Council. And then we had Mitchell, who tied the comp record and then lost unanimously at the end, but then went on to obviously win All-Stars 3. So I think there is only one logical pick for a winner here, and that is Hector. I think he's going to win. I think he's due a crown. If we are going to be following the pattern, he should be the winner here. Obviously, anything can happen on Sims 4 Survivor. So I guess we should look at some other potential winners. I think Daryl could win. I think Corey could win. And honestly, I think Nancy could win. Because even though she's not a male player, she is also in that mold of like player who played a very strong game and probably should have won and then didn't win. So I think she's definitely in the mix. And maybe like a Kim could also win. I don't know. But anyway. So that's pretty much it for the Ravens. We just have Ned and Hillary and Kim and Akira. Even though Nancy doesn't like Hillary, it's not like that bad, it seems, because it's only a slight dislike. On the Crow's tribe, we have Kyoshi fighting the hidden immunity idol immediately. Wow. Good job, Kyoshi. He definitely might need that, so... so that's going to be very helpful for him. We also have Grandma Hattie and Corey with a small bond. They enter the game with this relationship. And we also have Ava and Corey with a small bond. Okay. Corey starting off strong. Good for him. Otherwise, not really anything going on here. Immunity is going to go to the Ravens. So they're going to be safe tonight. And Monica is also going to be safe because she is going to get sent to Ghost Island, where she will have the chance to get an advantage or something. I don't know. Let's see what happens there. She's there, and she can wager her next vote for a chance to win. And she is going to wager her vote, and she loses. So she does not get the advantage, also does not have a vote. So that's not great. She's not going to attend Tribal Council, by the way. So it's going to come into play later. On the Ravens tribe, we have Victor finding the hidden immunity idol. All right. Good for him. We also have Cecilia and Justin with a small fight. Oh, no. And Sane is having a major meltdown. I don't know what they're doing. Maybe they are being targeted. I mean, All-Stars has been known to have some anti-winner sentiment on it. And Sane is a winner, so we'll see. We also have an alliance. It is Hillary Laurent, it's Justin Delgado, it's Kim Goldblum, and Ned Whalen. So that was Hillary and Ned who were bonding. And also Hillary and Justin, they were on Early Outs 2 together, so that makes sense. And then I don't know what Kim is here, but she's here also. All right. That's going to be a strong 4, I think. On the Crow's tribe, we have Kyoshi with the idol. We also have Daryl and Julia bonding slightly. All right, good for them. We also have Grandma Hattie and Tia with a major fight. Oh no. That is not good. But we also have an alliance being formed here. It's a final 2 between Corey and Daryl. All right, 2 finalists linking up here. Good for them. I think this could be a strong final 2 as well. Let's go to Tribal. All right, we got the Crows here, with the exception of Monica, who's at Ghost Island. We got Corey, Daryl, Ava, Grandma Hattie, Hector, Ignacio, Julia, Kyoshi, and Tia. It is time to vote. And if anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now's the time to do so. Nobody stands up. I read the votes. First vote goes to Tia. 1 vote Tia. Second vote goes to Ignacio. 1 vote Ignacio, 1 vote Tia. 7 votes left. Next vote goes to Tia. 2 votes Tia, 1 vote Ignacio. And the next vote goes to Ignacio. We're tied. 2 votes Ignacio, 2 votes Tia. 5 votes left. And the next vote goes to Tia. That is 3 votes Tia, 2 votes Ignacio, 4 votes left. And the next vote goes to Ignacio. We are tied again. 3 votes Ignacio, 3 votes Tia, 3 votes left. And the next vote goes to Tia. 4 votes Tia, 3 votes Ignacio, 2 votes left. And the next vote goes to Ignacio. We are tied again. A nail biter here in the first tribal. We got 4 votes Ignacio, 4 votes Tia, 1 vote left. And the first person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor All-Stars 4 is Ignacio. Wow, Ignacio, the tribe has spoken. They're definitely gunning for the winners, I think. So that's not great. Yeah, I don't think he really did anything wrong. He just won the game, and the non-winners, they want him gone. I did think it was going to be Tia here because she was having that fight with Grandma Hattie, and Grandma Hattie had that connection with Corey, and Corey had that connection with Daryl. But I guess the threat of the winners is far too strong. So it is Corey, Daryl, Julia, Kyoshi, and Tia who vote for Ignacio. And then Ava, Grandma Hattie, Hector, and Ignacio vote for Tia. So that is definitely Corey and Daryl pulling off this move, I think. They pull in Tia, because obviously Tia's not going to vote for herself. They pull in Kyoshi and Julia as well. Ooh, I don't think that's good for Julia, to be honest. I think she should want to keep the other winner in the game as long as possible. So personally, I think Julia should have flipped her vote onto Tia, but maybe she is trying to work something with Corey and Daryl. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see how this goes. I mean, Julia did bond with Corey, right? I think so. Anyway, episode number 1 still, part 2. So on the beaches, we now have Victor with Idol. We have this 4-person alliance. Sane and Akira have a medium dislike. Sane and Dustin have a medium dislike. Sane and Hillary have a medium dislike. And then Sane also doesn't like Nancy and vice versa. Okay. So Sane's major meltdown, that is tanking their social game here. I would not be surprised to see them go at Tribal tonight if they go to Tribal. We also have Nat and Hillary with a small bond. We have Kim and Akira with a small bond. Justin and Cecilia have a medium dislike. Okay. I'm not sure why, but that's okay. Cecilia was not in this alliance, so guess that's not a big deal. Maybe Cecilia takes the hit. On the Crow's Beach, we have Kyoshi with the Idol. We have Monica with no vote at the moment. We have the final 2 between Corey and Daryl. And then we have Julie and Daryl with an unbreakable relationship. That advanced so quickly. What the hell? Did they bond in the last episode? Was it Daryl that she was bonding with and not Corey? I don't know. I kind of forget. But also, I don't understand how this happened so quickly. But okay. We have Grandma Hattie and Corey with a small bond. All right. T and Grandma Hattie, they have a medium dislike after their fight. And then we got Ava and Corey with a small bond. And then just slight bonds. All right. Immunity is going to go to the Crows. So, Rip Sane, I think they are done. Which is very unfortunate, but it is what it is. They win some crap also. And they're going to send Victor to Tribal. Or to Tribal, excuse me. They're going to send Victor to Ghost Island. So, he is not going to go to Tribal. He's going to be safe from Tribal. Let's see what happens to him at Ghost Island. There's nothing. All right. Well, too bad for Victor. On the beach, we've got Hillary and Nancy with a minor disagreement. That's not great. Is Nancy gonna vote out Hillary? We also see Ned leave the 4-person alliance. So that is now just down to Hillary, Justin, and Kim. Maybe Nancy is gunning for Hillary because Hillary kind of looks like Bella. And Nancy did lose to Bella in the first ever season. So maybe she's like, not again, not this time. I am going to make sure that I beat her first. And also, you know, Hillary is a winner. The winners are having it rough out here. We also have a new alliance. It's Akira, it's Cecilia, it's Dustin, it's Kim, and Nancy. So Kim, she's double dipping in alliances. Everybody else is not, was not in this alliance. I don't know why Ned is leaving this alliance, but okay. Anyway, on the Crow's Beach, we have Kyoshi with the Idol, Monica with the Major Meltdown, and Corey and Daryl, they're done. Oh no. That lasted 1 episode, so not great. We'll see if they come back together or if this is it for them. I think this could have been a very strong final 2, so I don't think this should be happening, but okay. Monica probably with a meltdown because of her losing her vote, I guess. So, yeah. But let's go to Tribal. All right, the Ravens are here, with the exception of Victor. We've got Akira, Cecilia, Dustin, Hillary, Justin, Kim, Nancy, Ned, and Sane. It is time to vote. If anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now's the time to do so. Nobody stands up. I read the votes. First vote goes to Sane. 1 vote Sane. Second vote goes to Ned. 1 vote Ned and 1 vote Sane. Next vote goes to Ned. That is 2 votes Ned, 1 vote Sane. And the next one goes to Ned. What? 3 votes Ned, 1 vote Sane. What the hell? We got 5 votes left. And the next one goes to Ned. What? 4 votes Ned, 1 vote Sane, and 4 votes left. Okay. And the second person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor All-Stars 4. It's Ned Valen. What? Ned, the tribe has spoken. I guess he should not have left that alliance. They were like, you're gonna leave? All right, get out. Get out of here. Even though nobody likes Sane, they decide to keep them in for now. Perhaps nobody is threatened by Sane. Even though they're a winner, they also are disliked by everybody on the tribe. So it's not like that big of a deal if they stick around for a little bit. So yeah, that's it for Ned. Unanimous vote, with the exception of Ned, who votes for Sane. And that's Ned's game. I'm kind of sad. I wanted to see Ned, like, screw himself out of the game again, but I guess, I don't know. Whatever, we'll move on. All right, we are on episode 2. Both tribes are down to 9 members, except we have a twist. It is a tribe swap. On the new Ravens tribe, we have Hillary, Kim, and Victor staying. And joining them are Daryl, Ava, Grandma Hattie, Kyoshi, Monica, and Tia coming from the Crows tribe. And then on the Crows tribe, we have Corey, Hector, and Julia staying. And then joining them are Akira, Cecilia, Dustin, Justin, Nancy, and Sane coming on over from Ravens. So we got some interesting shakeup in relationships here. We have Ava and Hillary. They are reunited after their brief alliance in the pre-merge of Early Outs 2. Victor and Tia, they're also reunited since their time on Blood vs. Water 2, although I don't think they really had a relationship. Or maybe they did. I don't remember. I don't think I gave them one. We also have all of the Chestnut Ridge members here together on the same tribe. And Grandma Hattie gets isolated from Corey. On the Crows tribe, we have Hector and Nancy reuniting. Also good draw for them. I think it would be better if Hector would have been able to swap with Hillary, but I guess not. What else we got here? We've got Dustin and Cecilia still together. They have competed on, like, this is their third season competing together. Since they competed on Tartosa, then they were on Fan Favorites. But they also haven't, like, never worked together or really had any sort of relationship, even though they've spent so much time together. So I don't know what's going on there. But I did not give them any relationship entering the game. We also have Akira and Julia reunited. So that's good. All right, let's look at the tribes here. We've got Kiyoshi and Victor. They both have idols. Both of the idols on the Ravens tribe. Monica still cannot vote. Justin gets isolated from the 3-person alliance. And Kim gets isolated from the 5-person alliance. We also have Monica and Ava with a medium dislike. Monica and Daryl with a medium dislike. That is probably after her meltdown in the last episode. Also Tia and Monica with a medium dislike. Then we got Kiyoshi and Daryl with a small bond. Okay. Is Daryl just gonna exchange Kiyoshi out for Corey? I guess. Tia and Grandma Hattie still have a medium dislike after their fight. Monica and Grandma Hattie also don't like each other. Then we got Hillary and Ava with a small bond. This is their Early Outs 2 connection. Victor and Hillary have a small bond as well now. All right. And then we just got side bonds. On the Crows tribe, we got Justin by himself. We got this 5-person alliance, mostly intact. Only Kim is gone. Sane and Akira now have a strong dislike. That's not great. Sane and Dustin have a medium dislike. Nancy and Hector with a medium bond. Let's go. Return to Willow Creek. Final 2 reunited. They are back in business. We also have Sane and Nancy with a medium dislike. And then Dustin with a small bond towards Cecilia. Are they actually talking to each other for the first time? Maybe, but Cecilia doesn't say how she feels about Dustin. Then we got Julia and Akira with a small bond. Justin and Cecilia with a medium dislike. Justin and Corey with a small bond. Julia and Corey with a small bond. And Julia with a slight bond toward Hector. Immunity goes to the Crows tribe. They get some tarp, and they're gonna send Tia to tribal. Oh, to tribal. I keep saying to tribal. They're gonna send her to Ghost Island. Which I think is a smart move, because, like, nobody likes Tia, really. Or I guess there is that, like, discourse between her and Grandma Hattie, so I think you want to keep that around. And I think Monica's just done here, probably. On Ghost Island, Tia gets nothing. That's too bad. But on the Ravens tribe, we have Kim and Monica bonding strongly. Okay, maybe not. Maybe Monica has some legs left in the game. Monica also impressing the rest of the team. Okay. Is Monica saving herself here? Maybe. She still doesn't have a vote, so this could still be dangerous for her. We also have Daryl and Victor bonding slightly, which has a lasting impact, and there's a new alliance. Actually, Kim is just going to leave this alliance and instead form a final 2 with Monica. So this final 3 now just down to Hillary and Justin. All right, well, we'll see if Kim can save Monica here. It could land on Hillary. I would not be surprised. It could also land on Grandma Hattie, maybe. I don't know. On the Crows tribe, we have Dustin and Nancy bonding slightly, and this alliance, it's done. Okay, well, Kim losing all of her alliances. I don't know what's going on, but we'll go to tribal. All right, we got the new Ravens here. Daryl, Ava, Grandma Hattie, Hillary, Kim, Kiyoshi, Monica, and Victor. Of course, Tia not here. She's at Ghost Island. It is time to vote. And if anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now's the time to do so. Nobody stands up. I read the votes. First vote goes to Ava. 1 vote Ava. Second vote goes to Monica. 1 vote Ava, 1 vote Monica. Third vote goes to Monica. 2 votes Monica, 1 vote Ava. 4 votes left. And the fourth vote goes to Ava. We're tied. 2 votes Ava, 2 votes Monica, 3 votes left. And the next vote goes to Monica. That is 3 votes Monica, 2 votes Ava, 2 votes left. And the next vote goes to Ava. We're tied. 3 votes Ava, 3 votes Monica, only 1 vote left. And the third person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor All Stars 4 is Ava. Ava, the tribe has spoken. Monica was able to save herself. That is crazy. She was so disliked, and yet she knew she had to pivot, and she did. So unfortunately, Ava gets cut here, which I'm a little bit sad about. I wanted to see her do well because she kind of got shafted on both of her previous seasons, but whatever, it is what it is. At least this time around, she just got straight up voted out. So it is Hillary, Kim, Kiyoshi, and Victor who vote for Ava, okay? And then Daryl, Ava, and Grandma Hattie vote for Monica. So Kim is able to pull in Hillary, who she had that relationship with from their old alliance, even though Kim just left that alliance. Kiyoshi and Victor, I guess, just jump on the opportunity to take out Ava. But also, Hillary votes out Ava. Look at this. They had like an alliance in Early Odds 2. That is crazy. I don't think this is a good move for Hillary, but okay. Episode 3. Ravens, they're down to 8 now. On their beach, we've got these idols. Monica has her vote back. We now have this new final 2 here. We have Monica and Kiyoshi with a strong bond. Oh, that's random. Hillary is now by herself in this alliance, now that it's the final 2 between her and Justin, who is on the other tribe. We also have Monica and Hillary with a medium bond. Okay. So Hillary made a tactical decision to try making something happen with a new ally as opposed to working with an old ally. Okay. So I see what Hillary's doing. She is a pretty flexible player, as we saw on Early Odds 2. And she ended up winning that way, so we'll see if that works out for her this time. We have Kiyoshi and Daryl with a medium bond. They were bonding in the last episode. We have Tia and Monica with a medium dislike. Monica and Kim with a small bond. Kiyoshi and Kim with a small bond. And then Monica and Grandma Hattie with a medium dislike. Tia and Grandma Hattie with a medium dislike. And then Victor and Hillary with a small bond. And Victor and Daryl with a slight bond. So I think Tia and Grandma Hattie, they are kind of rubbing people the wrong way with their like ongoing feud. I think people are kind of just over it. They're also still holding on to this grudge with Monica, whereas everybody else has kind of moved on. So I think they are kind of at the bottom of this tribe and could be in trouble if they go to tribal. On the Crows tribe, we have kind of nothing going on in terms of alliances. We also don't have an idol, so nobody's gonna be able to find an idol. Maybe on Ghost Island, though. I guess. Nancy with an unbreakable relationship toward Hector. Hector only with a strong bond toward Nancy. So the final 2, they are solidifying. I would not be surprised if they end up forming a final 2 again once we go back to their beach. We have Sane and Akira with a strong dislike. We have Sane and Dustin with a medium dislike. Sane and Nancy with a medium dislike. Sane has not been able to pull themselves out of the grave that they dug themselves in the first episode or second episode, whatever, when they had that major meltdown. So it's not looking great for Sane, but we'll see. Monica was able to save herself, so maybe Sane can pull off what she did. I don't know. We got Dustin with a medium bond toward Akira. Akira only with a small bond toward Dustin. And then Justin with a medium bond toward Corey. Corey only with a small bond toward Justin. Okay. And then Julie and Corey with small bonds. All right. Reward is going to go to the Ravens. So good for them. They get jelly sandwiches. And they're also going to send Sane to Ghost Island. Sane is not going to be safe from tribal, though. It's only going to be until the immunity challenge. So can Sane get an advantage? Let's see. They can wager their next vote for a chance to win. They do wager their vote, and they win. All right. So they have an extra vote now, and they can be used at one tribal council up until the final 6. All right. Sane now with an extra vote. Good for them. But immunity is going to go to the Crows. Okay, that's a pretty big episode for Sane. They get an advantage. They are going to be immune. It's all good. Perhaps things are turning around for them. On the Ravens tribe, we got these idols. We got a new alliance. It's Kiyoshi and Monica. All right, it's a pretty strong final 2 also. So Monica's suddenly a very strong power player on this tribe, even though nobody liked her like 1 episode ago. How are the tables? I mean... we also have Victor resting at camp to restore his energy. I think it's just going to be either Grandma Hattie or Tia here. Probably Tia, although I don't know. It could be Grandma Hattie. We'll see. On the Crows tribe, we have Justin and Nancy with a small fight, which has a lasting impact. It wouldn't be a season with Nancy Landgrab unless she is fighting at least one person. And now she's been fighting like 2 people. So Just Nancy being Nancy. But Nancy and Hector, they decide to make their move here. They form another alliance. It is Hector and Nancy. They pull in Julia, they pull in Dustin, and they pull in Cecilia. So they get the Tartosa people. They get Julia. These are all also Era 1 players. So I guess that could be another reason why they are linking together. Because Nancy, Season 1, Hector, Season 6, Julia, Season 5, Cecilia and Dustin, Season 7. Kind of an interesting development here. Everybody's at a 6 also. So this is a pretty strong alliance. Let's go to Tribal. All right, we got the Ravens here. And for the first time, everybody at the tribe is at Tribal. Nobody is at Ghost Island. So, yeah, it's time to vote. And if anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now's the time to do so. Nobody stands. I'll read the votes. First vote goes to Tia. 1 vote Tia. Second vote goes to Tia. 2 votes Tia. Third vote goes to Tia. 3 votes Tia. And the fourth vote goes to Tia. 4 votes Tia. We got 4 votes left. And the next vote goes to Hillary. 4 votes Tia, 1 vote Hillary. 3 votes left. And the next vote goes to the fourth person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor All-Stars 4. It is Tia Bailey. Tia, the tribe has spoken. Kind of an underwhelming game for her here, but she did get into that fight with Grandma Hattie, and that was pretty much just her downfall. I think she needed to channel her previous few games of just laying low and doing nothing, and then she probably would have made it to the end somehow. But she decided to pick a fight. Kind of sad to see her go, but also she wasn't really doing much else in the game, so it's fine. It's a unanimous vote. Tia votes for Hillary for some reason and not Grandma Hattie, but okay. We'll just move on to episode number 4. Ravens are down to 7. Crows are still at 9. Hopefully they lose 1 soon. On the Ravens tribe, we got the idol still. We got these various final 2s that Monica has. One with Kim, one with Kiyoshi. And Monica and Kiyoshi now have an unbreakable relationship. Okay. We also have Monica and Hillary with a medium bond. Monica and Grandma Hattie with a medium dislike. Kiyoshi and Daryl with a medium bond now. Okay. Monica and Kim with a medium bond. And then we got Victor with a medium bond toward Hillary. Hillary only with a small bond toward Victor. And then Kiyoshi and Kim with a small bond. Victor and Grandma Hattie with a small bond. Kim and Grandma Hattie with a small bond. Okay, so there is kind of a voting block here between Monica, Hillary, Kim, Kiyoshi, and Daryl, I think. So I would say this is the power core here. I think Grandma Hattie is definitely at the bottom of this tribe. Because Victor does have, like, okay relationships with this voting block. He also has an idol. So we'll see. Maybe he makes a move with his idol or something. On the Crow's Beach, we've got Sane with the extra vote now. We have Justin completely isolated. Not good for him. And we have this new alliance with Cecilia, Dustin, Hector, Julia, and Nancy. Nancy and Hector, they have an unbreakable relationship now. They are locked in once again. No surprise there. We all knew they would eventually come together if they wouldn't get cut before reuniting. And they did it. They're here. Then we got Sane and Akira with a strong dislike still. We got Julie and Corey with a medium bond. Sane and Nancy with a medium dislike. Sane and Dustin with a medium dislike. These people are still pissed off at Sane. We got Justin with a medium bond toward Corey. Does not say how Corey feels about Justin. Julie and Akira have a medium bond. They are recuperating from their Evergreen Harbor connection. We have Hector and Cecilia with a medium bond also. And then Dustin and Akira with a medium bond. And Hector and Corey with a medium bond. Or actually a small bond, sorry. What I'm reading into this is Hector definitely with the strongest social game. Probably gonna win. Anyway, reward is gonna go to the Ravens. They are gonna send Sane to Ghost Island again. All right. What happens there? Nothing. They get nothing. There's no advantage, which is fine. They already got one. But immunity is going to go to the Crows again. This tribe, they are killing it. They are not going to lose a member. I think it's another tribe swap in the next episode, so they're just safe at this point. On the Raven's Beach, we have Grandma Hattie and Monica bonding slightly. What? That is random. But we also have an alliance, which does not include Monica. What? It's Daryl, it's Grandma Hattie, it's Kim, it's Kiyoshi, and Victor. So Victor and Grandma Hattie, they were at the bottom, but not anymore. Both Kim and Kiyoshi, though, have a relationship with Monica. So I think she's probably going to be safe. I think this is Hillary's boot episode. Probably. That would be my guess. Unfortunate. But also, that would make sense why this group of people comes together. They're maybe like, okay, we got to get rid of her. She's the winner. She's gotta go. That's my thought. I don't know why Monica's not getting included, but that's okay. On the Crows tribe, we've got Sane with extra vote, Corey impressing the rest of the team. All right, good for Corey. And Julia, she's out of the alliance. Maybe she got kicked out of the alliance because it definitely seems like the winners are getting targeted. And I think they're like, well, we might be swapping or we might be getting to the merge. Let's just get rid of her. She doesn't have to be in our alliance. We don't have to be loyal to her. She can go. But there's definitely like a return to Willow Creek and Tartosa / fan favorites alliance going on here between these four that exclude Julia. So also maybe she just saw that she wasn't really being included between these two duos. I don't know. Let's go to tribal. All right, Ravens, they're here. They're down to 7, gonna be down to 6. It is time to vote. And if anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now's the time to do so. Nobody stands up. I'll read the votes. First vote goes to Hillary. 1 vote Hillary. Second vote goes to Hillary. 2 votes Hillary. Third vote goes to Grandma Hattie. That is 2 votes Hillary, 1 vote Grandma Hattie, 4 votes left. And the next vote goes to Monica. What? Okay, 2 votes Hillary, 1 vote Grandma Hattie, 1 vote Monica. I think Grandma Hattie and Monica are voting each other probably. And I don't know what Hillary's doing. Maybe she's the Grandma Hattie vote actually. Because Grandma Hattie is in that alliance. So I assume she probably voted for Hillary. Let's just keep reading. Next vote goes to Daryl. What? What? What's going on? I don't know. Maybe Hillary voted for Daryl. We got 2 votes Hillary, 1 vote Daryl, 1 vote Grandma Hattie, 1 vote Monica, and 2 votes left. But the 5th person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor All-Stars 4 is Hillary Lawrence. Hillary, the tribe has spoken. Second winner to get eliminated here. They definitely wanted her gone. That makes a lot of sense. I imagine Grandma Hattie and Monica are just voting for each other because they don't like each other. And then Hillary is the Daryl vote, but I don't know. We'll see. So it is Grandma Hattie, Kim, Kiyoshi, and Victor voted for Hillary. Monica is the Daryl vote. And then Hillary is the Grandma Hattie vote, and Daryl is the Monica vote. What? Weird vote turnout here. Maybe this is in case of an idol? Probably, because Monica is voting for Daryl here. Daryl then throws a vote on Monica. Hillary just voting for Grandma Hattie. That makes sense. Okay. Well, anyway, Hillary gone. Targeted for being a winner. We'll just move on to episode number 5, where we have another twist. It's a tribe swap. New tribes are here on the Ravens tribe. We have Victor remaining, and joining him are Corey, Hector, Julia, and Justin. Coming from the Crows tribe, although Justin was originally on Ravens. And if you haven't noticed, we are going down to 3 tribes. On the Crows tribe, we have Cecilia, Dustin, and Sane staying. And then joining them are Grandma Hattie and Kiyoshi. And then finally, on the new Doves tribe, we have Daryl, Kim, and Monica coming on over from Ravens. And then we got Akira and Nancy coming on over from Crows. So this is an interesting draw. We have Nancy and Hector. They are split off. Once again, that's not good. Julia, she was on this tribe with Hector, or in this alliance with Hector, and then she left it. So that might be kind of contentious. Sane potentially getting some legs in the game here, getting split off from everybody that disliked them. Because that was Nancy, and actually it might have been Cecilia and Dustin. So maybe Sane is still screwed over. Otherwise, we have Kiyoshi and Grandma Hattie. They just formed this alliance in the last episode, so they could be fine. Kim and Monica, they stick together. Kim was also in this alliance that got formed with Daryl. Akira and Nancy, I don't know if they have any sort of connection, but I think Nancy and Akira could be a kind of swap screwed here, maybe. We'll see. All right, on the beach, we have Victor with the idol here. We have Hector by himself. He gets isolated from everybody. That's unfortunate. Victor also isolated from everybody. Justin now with an unbreakable relationship toward Corey. What? Why does Justin love Corey? I don't know. But Corey only with a small bond toward Justin. That is so funny. We got Julia and Corey with a medium bond, and Hector and Corey with a medium bond. So Corey suddenly #1 dog on this tribe. I think he might form an alliance with Julia and Hector. Maybe a 3% thing. I don't know if Corey pulls in Justin, but I think he might keep him around. So that could be trouble for Julia. No, wait, not Julia. Victor, who does have an idol. So we'll see. Julia and Hector, they have a small bond. And then we just got slight bond, slight dislikes. On the Crow's tribe, we've got Kiyoshi with an idol. We have Saint's extra vote. Then we got Kiyoshi losing Monica for a bit at least. Then we got Cecilia and Dustin. They stick together, but they lose Hector and Nancy. Then we got Grandma Hattie and Kiyoshi. They stick together, but lose the rest of their alliance. Saint and Dustin with a strong dislike now. Oh no. Dustin and Cecilia with a small bond. Saint actually likes Cecilia. And Cecilia with a slight bond towards Saint. So I guess Cecilia never really disliked Saint. Okay. Then we got Kiyoshi and Dustin with a slight bond. Then we just got slight bonds and not really anything else going on. All right. Even Grandma Hattie and Kiyoshi, who are in this alliance together, don't really have any sort of relationship. So that might not pan out well for them. But on the new tribe, we've got Kim and Monica still together. They have a medium bond. Okay. Then we got Nancy by herself. We also have Monica now with Kiyoshi. And then we got Daryl and Kim together, but lose the rest of their alliance. Daryl and Kim, they only have a slight bond though. So that might also fall apart. I think this alliance is probably not real. I think it was just a temporary alliance to get rid of Hillary. And I don't think this is long for this world, to be honest. Then we got Kim and Akira with a small bond. Okay. And not really anything else. Okay. Immunity is going to go to Ravens. They are safe here. And Doves, they are also safe. So Nancy potentially just barely scraping by. Hector also potentially just barely scraping by. This is great for their alliance. Because Dustin and Cecilia, even though they're not with Nancy and Hector, they do have each other. So that's the best case scenario for them. On Ravens, we have Corey and Victor bonding slightly. All right. Also, Hector and Victor have a major fight, which is not great. An alliance is formed, though. It is Corey, Justin, and Victor. That is a little strange. Because Corey, I guess Corey and Justin, that makes sense. But why are they teaming up with Victor? Because Corey did have that relationship with Hector. He had that relationship with Julia. He didn't really have any relationship with Victor. So I don't know, but okay. Pros, we've got Kiyoshi with an idol, Cecilia and Saint bonding slightly, and this alliance is done. That is not a surprise. However, we have Cecilia, Grandma Hattie, Kiyoshi, and Saint all forming an alliance. So Cecilia may be backstabbing Dustin. What? Cecilia, what are you doing? Oh no. I think Dustin is done. That is not good. Oh well. On Dubs, we have Akira and Daryl with a small fight, and Monica and Nancy with a major fight. Nancy, she's continuing to fight people, doing what she does best. Akira and Daryl, I don't know why they're fighting though. Feel like they would probably get along, but I guess not. Let's go tribal. Crows here at their first tribe, the swap, I guess, second swap crow tribe. We got Cecilia, Dustin, Grandma Hattie, Kiyoshi, Saint. It is time to vote. And if anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now's the time to do so. Nobody stands up. I'll read the votes. First vote goes to Grandma Hattie. 1 vote, Grandma Hattie. Second vote goes to Dustin. 1 vote, Dustin. 1 vote, Grandma Hattie. And 3 votes left. And the next vote goes to Dustin. 2 votes, Dustin. 1 vote, Grandma Hattie. 2 votes left. And the next one goes to Grandma Hattie. We're tied. 2 votes Dustin, 2 votes Grandma Hattie, 1 vote left. And the 6th person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor All-Stars 4. It's Dustin. Yeah, Dustin, the tribe has spoken. He kind of got betrayed, but not really. I think Cecilia didn't want to team up against him, but she saw this movement and she kind of had to join that alliance. And I imagine she is the one voting with Dustin here. But a huge fall from grace for Dustin. He had it all. He kind of gets swap screwed here. Although not really. I guess he could have gotten himself involved in this alliance, but he didn't. And instead, he got left out of it. So, yeah. That's it for Dustin. He's gone. It is indeed Cecilia and Dustin who vote for Grandma Hattie. Grandma Hattie, Kiyoshi, saying they all vote for Dustin. That makes sense. He's gone. Sad to see him go. He was playing pretty well, I think. And I wanted to see him do well, but unfortunately, he's gone. Which also means that Hector and Nancy, their alliance is kind of falling apart a little bit. So it's not great. We're at episode 6. Crows are down to 4. If they lose again, then this is a whole ass alliance. So we'll see what happens. On Ravens, any changes? Justin and Corey now with an unbreakable relationship. That's random. Corey had no connection with Justin, and now he's obsessed with him. Apparently thick as thieves now. I guess. Good for them. Julia and Corey also with an unbreakable relationship. Why is Corey pulling in Victor and not Julia? I don't know. Also, Julia and Justin were on the same season. They were both on season 5 worldwide. Although I guess they probably never met because Justin was the first boot. I don't know. It just makes much more sense to bring in Julia and not Victor here, but okay. Hector with a medium bot toward Corey. Corey also with a medium bot toward Hector. All right. And then Victor and Hector with a medium dislike. That's not good. And then we got Victor with a small bond toward Corey. Corey with a small bond toward Victor. All right. And Julia and Hector with a small bond. And then we got just light bonds here at the end. So Corey still pretty much controlling this tribe. I imagine Hector is in trouble now. Yeah, I definitely think Hector is in trouble if they lose, because Corey and Justin and Victor, they're going to control the vote, and Corey's not going to want Julia to go because he has this unbreakable relationship with her. Yikes, that's not good. But maybe Victor, leaves the alliance because he's not that close to them. And he ends up getting targeted, and he plays the idol and somebody else goes out. I don't know. On the Crow's tribe, what is going on here? We got Sane and Cecilia with a small bond. We got Sane and Grandma Hattie with a slide bond. Grandma Hattie and Cecilia with a slide bond. Kiyoshi not on the board. That's not good. He does have an idol though, so he could be safe. Dove's tribe. We got Monica and Kim with a medium bond. We got Nancy and Monica with a medium dislike now after their fight. And then we got Kim and Daryl with a small bond. Kim and Akira with a small bond. Daryl and Akira with a medium dislike after their fight also. And Nancy and Akira with a small bond. And then we just got slide bonds, slide dislikes here at the end. So on this tribe, I don't really know what's going on, but I think Akira kind of holding all the cards here. So I think Daryl is in trouble. But also Monica and Kim have this medium bond. Monica doesn't like Nancy. She might want a gun for Nancy. Kim might be fine with that and pull in Akira or Daryl. I don't know. Maybe Kim is the one holding all the cards here, actually. Well, anyway, let's go to reward. We've got Doves winning reward, Ravens winning reward, and Kiyoshi going to Ghost Island. What is he gonna do there? There is a secret advantage, and he is not gonna wager his vote. Smart call, Kiyoshi. I mean, he's on a 4-person tribe, but honestly, I would have just done it because he has an idol anyway. So yeah, but anyway, he doesn't wager his vote. Let's go to the immunity challenge. Doves win, Ravens win. So perhaps Kiyoshi made the right call of not wagering his vote because he's gonna go back to tribal. On the Raven speech, we've got Hector and Victor bonding strongly. Oh, they didn't like each other, and now they're bonding. Look at that. Friendship is beautiful here on Sims 4 Survivor. On the Crow's tribe, we've got Kiyoshi working hard at camp and becomes tired. I don't know who's going to go out here. I mean, it could be any one of them because they're all in an alliance together and nobody has, glaringly obvious relationships. But I think Kiyoshi might be whipping out this idol. I don't know. On the Doves tribe, nothing. Okay, let's just go to tribal, I guess. All right, we got the Crows here. They're back at tribal. Cecilia, Grandma Hattie, Kiyoshi, and Sane. And before we vote, Sane is going to use their extra vote. So Sane will vote twice this time, which I think this is a very good time to use their extra vote. Smart move, Sane. It is time to vote. And if anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now's the time to do so. Nobody stands. Kiyoshi is not going to play his idol. All right, I read the votes. First vote goes to Kiyoshi. 1 vote Kiyoshi. Second vote goes to Grandma Hattie. 1 vote Grandma Hattie. 1 vote Kiyoshi. Next vote goes to Kiyoshi. No. Getting voted out with an idol in his pocket? I don't know. We got 2 votes Kiyoshi. 1 vote Grandma Hattie. 2 votes left. And the next vote goes to Grandma Hattie. So we're tied. 2 votes Grandma Hattie. 2 votes Kiyoshi. 1 vote left. This has to be Grandma Hattie. I imagine Kiyoshi would not play his idol if he did not know where Sane was going to vote. I don't know. The 7th person, but out of Sims 4 Survivor, All Stars 4 is going to be Grandma Hattie. Yeah. Grandma Hattie, the tribe has spoken. Kind of a quiet game for Grandma Hattie this time around. She just kind of fought with Tia. That was her storyline prior to the second swap. Otherwise, she joined this alliance and then just kind of got voted out. So I don't know. Really good move by Kiyoshi and Sane here to get rid of Grandma Hattie, I guess. I mean, I don't know how good it was for Sane because getting rid of Kiyoshi would have probably been fine, but whatever. Sane needs all the allies they can get. It is Kiyoshi and Sane again who vote for Grandma Hattie. Cecilia and Grandma Hattie, they vote for Kiyoshi. But, Grandma Hattie, advantaged out of the game. Unfortunate for her, she's gone. Let's move on to episode number 7, where we have the merch. This is the Magpies tribe. Yet another bird type, I guess. And the people who make the merch are Akira Kibo, Cecilia Kang, Corey Nihus, Daryl Charm, Hector Laurent, Julia Wright, Justin Delgado, Kim Goldblum, Kiyoshi Ito, Monica Lopez, Nancy Landgrab, Victor Fang, and Zayn Amri. So we do see that Hector and Nancy reunite once again. I still think they are the most powerful relationship in the game. Although we do have Corey and his various allies, we do have now Zayn and Kiyoshi. After making that move, I imagine they're probably close now. Kim and Monica still have their final two. I don't know. I still think Hector is going to take it, though. It's going to be Hector or Corey. That's my prediction. I'm going to stick with Hector for now. Until something wild's happen, I think he's taking it. All right, let's go through... was there not an idol hidden on the Dove speech? I guess not. Hang on, let's go back. Oh, there was an idol hidden. Nobody just found it. Okay. Anyway, here's our idols. We got Kiyoshi with one, Victor with one. Nobody's played an idol yet. We have this final two between Kim and Monica. We have this final two between Kiyoshi and Monica. I forgot this was the thing. So Kiyoshi could be in a very powerful position here. We have the Hector and Nancy alliance now down to just Cecilia with them since Dustin is gone. We have this boys alliance between Corey, Justin, and Victor. And then we have the post-swap Crows alliance, Cecilia, Kiyoshi, and Zayn. So that is that entire tribe still together. Unbreakable relationships. We got Justin and Corey. Then we got Nancy and Hector. We got Monica and Kiyoshi. And Nancy and Corey. What? What? That is so random. Maybe this is like a triad forming here. Nancy, Hector, and Corey. I don't know. Then we got Julia and Daryl with an unbreakable relationship also. Okay. Zayn and Akira now with an extreme hatred. Okay. And Julia and Corey with an unbreakable relationship. Still, I guess. Hector with a strong bond towards Cecilia. Okay, that's good. They're in an alliance together. And then Julia and Akira with a strong bond. Which makes sense. They were in an alliance on Evergreen Harbor. But honestly, I think Akira might be in trouble, so I don't know if that is gonna work out for them this time. But anyway, Julia is on Ghost Island for some reason. A note is randomly placed in one buff, and the castaway who finds it can visit Ghost Island during the night. Oh, okay. She finds a temporary hidden immunity idol that is good for one tribal council. She can wager her vote to extend it up to 5 extra rounds. She does wager her vote, and she gets to have the idol for 2 extra rounds. So she has it for 3 rounds now, I guess. But she does lose her vote, so unfortunate, but that's fine. Immunity goes to Daryl. Good for Daryl. He's going to be safe tonight. On the beach, we have Julia with his temporary idol that is going to last 3 tribals. All right. She also does not have a vote. And then we have these other idols. We also have Monica and Nancy bonding slightly. Okay. Weren't Monica and Nancy fighting in the last episode? I don't know, but love conquers all. Cecilia and Corey, they bond strongly also. And the Crows swap alliance, it's done. I guess they were just allies of circumstance and now they're done. So, I don't know. I think Zayn could be in trouble. Maybe Zayn is going out here. I think Cecilia's fine. I think everybody who has a connection with Corey is probably fine. Whatever. Let's go to tribal. Let's see who goes. All right, we got the merged tribe here at their first tribal. Akira, Cecilia, Corey, Daryl, Hector, Julia, Justin, Kim, Kiyoshi, Monica, Nancy, Victor, and Zayn. Daryl has the necklace, cannot be voted for tonight. Everybody else is eligible. It is time to vote. And if anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now's the time to do so. Nobody stands up. I read the votes. First one goes to Zayn. One vote Zayn. Next one goes to Akira. One vote Akira, one vote Zayn. And 10 votes left. I hate large merges. Next one goes to Akira. 2 votes Akira, 1 vote Zayn. And the next one goes to Akira. 3 votes Akira, 1 vote Zayn. And the next one goes to Akira. That is 4 votes Akira, 1 vote Zayn. And the next one goes to Akira. Wow. Is this a unanimous vote? 5 votes Akira, 1 vote Zayn. 6 votes left. And the next one goes to Akira. What the fuck? 6 votes Akira, 1 vote Zayn. 5 votes left. And the 8th person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor All-Stars 4, first member of the jury, voted out unanimously. It is Akira Kiba. Whoa. Akira, the tribe has spoken. Second time merge boot. That is not good for him. At least he made the jury this time. I'm honestly not sure why it lands on him in particular, or why everybody was willing to get rid of him. But I think he just didn't have that strong of a relationship with anybody aside from Julia. And Julia kind of has had other things going, so she was willing to get rid of him since everybody else was voting for him anyway, I guess. Yeah, unfortunate for Akira. He just needed to form some other alliances and he didn't. It's a unanimous vote against Akira. Akira votes for Sane, and he's gone. RIP. We'll move on to episode number 8. We've got the final 12 here. We now have these idols. Julia's idol has 2 more tribals until it's gone. We have these final 2s with Monica. We have the Hector and Nancy alliance. Then we've got the Boys Alliance and Unbreakable Relationships. They are pretty much the same, so I'm just gonna skim through this. Hector and Cecilia with an Unbreakable Relationship now. Okay. And Julia and Daryl also. I don't remember if that was one previously or not. Strong bonds, Corey and Cecilia now, and Hector and Corey. And also Kiyoshi and Kim. All right. So Kiyoshi, Kim, and Monica could be forming something here. I definitely think Kiyoshi needs to do something because, I mean, he kind of found himself in this position on Return to Willow Creek where he just kind of found himself at the bottom, and Nancy with a whole lot of power, his arch rival, which is not on the board here, but I imagine they still don't like each other because I did give them a negative relationship entering the game. Reward, though, is going to go to Group 1, which is Corey, Daryl, Kiyoshi, Nancy, Victor, and Sane. And they are going to send Cecilia to Ghost Island. What is she going to do there? Nothing. That is unfortunate, but immunity is going to go to Nancy. Congrats to Nancy. She is safe tonight. All right, on the beach, we've got Daryl and Kim with a minor disagreement. We have Victor impressing the rest of the team. And what's going on with the boys? Victor's out. That's random, but okay. So it is now a final 2 between Corey and Justin. I think this might not be great for Victor, but he is impressing the rest of the team. So maybe he's not getting targeted now. Also, he has an idol, so he could be fine anyway. I don't know who is going to let down. Maybe Kiyoshi is going to get targeted, and he does have an idol, so he might have to play it. We'll go to Tribal. All right, we got the final 12 here. Nancy, she has the necklace, cannot be voted for tonight. Everybody else is eligible. It is time to vote. And if anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now's the time to do so. Nobody stands up. I read the votes. First vote goes to Cecilia. 1 vote, Cecilia. Second vote goes to Monica. 1 vote, Cecilia. 1 vote, Monica. 10 votes left. Third vote goes to Julia. 1 vote, Cecilia. 1 vote, Julia. 1 vote, Monica. 9 votes left. And the next vote goes to Daryl. Not a unanimous vote tonight. We got 1 vote Cecilia, 1 vote Daryl, 1 vote Julia, 1 vote Monica, and 8 votes left. The next vote goes to Daryl. 2 votes Daryl, 1 vote Cecilia, 1 vote Julia, 1 vote Monica. And the next vote goes to Julia. We got 2 votes Daryl and Julia, 1 vote Cecilia and Monica, 6 votes left. And the next vote goes to Daryl. 3 votes Daryl, 2 votes Julia, 1 vote Cecilia, 1 vote Monica, 5 votes left. And the next vote goes to Daryl. 4 votes Daryl, 2 votes Julia, 1 vote Cecilia, 1 vote Monica, 4 votes left. And the next vote goes to Julia. 4 votes Daryl, 3 votes Julia, 1 vote Cecilia, 1 vote Monica, and 3 votes left. If Julia goes out with an idol in her pocket, a temporary idol in her pocket, that will be crazy. Next vote goes to Daryl. 5 votes Daryl, 3 votes Julia, 1 vote Cecilia, 1 vote Monica, 2 votes left. It could still tie between Daryl and Julia. But it doesn't. The 9th person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor, All-Stars 4, second member of the jury. It is Daryl Charm. Daryl, the tribe, has spoken. He had a much more quiet game this time around. I think he was doing some good stuff in the pre-merge, but he kind of ended up getting lost in the shuffle a little bit here at the merge. And yeah, he just didn't really have any allies. He didn't really have anybody going to bat for him, I guess. And so he goes out. But kind of a messy vote turnout here. So it is Cecilia, Corey, Hector, Justin, Kim, Nancy, and Sane voting out Daryl here. So that is Corey and his crew, because he has this bond with Hector. He has this bond with Nancy and Justin, obviously. And then obviously Hector and Nancy are pulling in Cecilia. And then I don't know why Sane and Kim are voting like this, but okay. Kiyoshi, Monica, and Victor vote for Julia. Okay. And then Daryl votes for Cecilia. Julia votes for Monica, which is not great. I think Julia is in trouble, but she is going to play an idol in the next tribal. But obviously, nobody is keying her in on what is going on. If she's like throwing a random hanky vote on Monica, I don't know. Whatever, we'll move on to episode number 9. We got the final 11 here. Julia's idol has to be played tonight. Will she play it? Yes, I'm guessing. Anyway, final 2s. Here, the Monica Lopez final 2s. We got this Hector and Nancy alliance, and now we got Corey and Justin in the final 2. Corey and Cecilia now have an unbreakable relationship. I forgot about that. Also, Hector and Cecilia, Monica and Kiyoshi, Hector and Corey, Nancy and Hector, Julia and Corey, Justin and Corey. Corey is destroying the season. What is going on? Everybody's obsessed with him. I mean, me too, but let's not go there. Kiyoshi and Kim have one, and then Nancy and Corey, and Julia and Hector. So the underdogs are definitely Kim, Monica, and Kiyoshi here. Julia completely not in the mix. Although she does have this unbreakable relationship with Corey. She does have a strong bond with Hector. So maybe she is fine. I don't know. But she has like no alliances. In fact, there are not actually that many alliances here. Maybe they're just like waiting for that dead weight to get called out of the game before they really start ramping up and creating their power structure here. I don't know. Reward is going to go to this group. Hector, Monica, Nancy, Victor, and Sane. And Justin, unfortunately, cannot participate and he cannot win. So that's sad. But Kim, she is going to go to Ghost Island. What is she going to do there? There is a secret advantage, and she's not going to play. She's going to hold on to her vote. Good for her. But immunity is going to go to Victor. Good for him. Not sure he needed it, but might as well get it. Why not? On the beach, what is going on? Kim does not have a vote. Julia has to play her idol. And then we got Kim impressing the rest of the team. Okay. Then we got Hector and Kim with a major fight. Oh, no. And then Nancy, she is working hard at camp and becomes tired, but she's fine. She's not really used to manual labor, even though this is her 4th time playing. But we get it, Nancy. You're privileged. Let's go to Tribal. All right, we got the final 11 here, right? Yes, I can count. Victor has the necklace, cannot be voted for. Everybody else is eligible. It is time to vote. And if anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now's the time to do so. Julia stands up. She is going to use her temporary hidden immunity idol on herself, obviously. Any votes cast against Julia will not count. I'll read the votes. First vote goes to Nancy. 1 vote Nancy. Okay. Julia actually not in danger. That's interesting. Second vote goes to Kiyoshi. 1 vote Kiyoshi, 1 vote Nancy. And the next vote goes to Kiyoshi. 2 votes Kiyoshi, 1 vote Nancy. Kiyoshi, are you going to get voted out with an idol in your pocket? Like, really, Kiyoshi? Next vote goes to Kiyoshi. 3 votes Kiyoshi, 1 vote Nancy. And the next one goes to Nancy. 3 was Kiyoshi, 2 was Nancy. 5 votes left. And the next one goes to Nancy. Is it Nancy? What? 3 votes Kiyoshi, 3 votes Nancy, 4 votes left. The arch enemies, they're going head to head here. The next vote goes to Nancy. Oh my god, it's Nancy. 4 votes Nancy, 3 votes Kiyoshi, 3 votes left. And the next one goes to Nancy. Oh my god. 5 votes Nancy, 3 votes Kiyoshi, 2 votes left. Next one goes to Kiyoshi. Are we tying? 5 votes Nancy, 4 votes Kiyoshi, 1 vote left. And the final vote goes to the 10th person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor All-Stars 4. Third member of the jury, it's Nancy. Nancy, the tribe has spoken. I mean, on one hand, sad to see her go. On the other, I understand it because Nancy Landgrab, she is a pioneer of this game. She is an absolute icon of this game. I would be scared of her entering a season with her. So I think it makes total sense that they would take her out. Very rough for Hector to lose his #1 ally here, especially because he also lost his wife in the pre-merge. And I'm honestly shocked that it lands on Nancy here. It kind of seems like they were in power. At least both Hector and Cecilia had this relationship with Corey, and Corey had all the power. So I thought he would like stick by them and want to vote with them, but apparently not. I guess the power of Nancy was too much of a threat, which understandable. Also, she just came off an immunity win, so yeah, I guess that scared them as well. Actually, look at this. Julia, Justin, Kiyoshi, Monica, Victor, and Sane vote for Nancy. Corey does not vote for Nancy. Interesting. Cecilia, Corey, Hector, and Nancy all vote for Kiyoshi. Corey, out of the loop, even with all his relationships. What is going on? Are the underdogs taking control of the game? What the hell? So that is probably that Monica, Kiyoshi, and Kim triad that is like pulling some strings here. They pull in Victor, which Victor and Kiyoshi had that bond, I think. Julia, obviously, she is willing to jump on whatever keeps her alive in the game. Sane also very much struggling in the game at the moment. Justin had that bond with Corey, actually. Justin goes behind Corey's back. That is crazy. Wow. Well, we're at episode 10. We got the final 10, and Corey is losing power, potentially. I think he can recover. I think he's probably going to be fine, because I don't think anybody's going to target him, but I think they were just like, all right, we can't let him just run the game. But anyway, we now have only these two idols back, Kiyoshi and Victor. They've held onto these idols the entire game. And apparently we're going to have two tribals. All right. We only have final twos in the game now. Kim and Monica, Kiyoshi and Monica, Cecilia and Hector, and Corey and Justin. Victor and Kiyoshi are now with an unbreakable relationship. Okay. We also have Monica and Kim, Corey and Cecilia, Kiyoshi and Kim, and then Monica and Kiyoshi, and then Victor and Hector? No, only Victor toward Hector. Okay, interesting. Hector and Corey, Justin and Corey, Julia and Corey, and Hector and Cecilia. So Corey actually losing a little bit of power, but he's still definitely on the board. Victor seems to be on the board. Kiyoshi now suddenly on the board. And Kim, she's kind of getting up there. I mean, she only has relationships with Kiyoshi and Monica. And even though like these final twos are not technically linked together in a final three, I think this is a final three. All right. Anyway, immunity is going to go to, okay. This is the split tribal. Okay. So Cecilia, Corey, Julia, Victor, and Sane, they compete for immunity, and Victor is immune from that crowd. And then Hector, Justin, Kim, Kiyoshi, and Monica compete for immunity, and Kim wins immunity. All right. They're going to be split off. Before we go to the camps, I want to kind of read into this. Can we read anything into this? We have Cecilia and Corey. They have their unbreakable relationship. Corey and Julia have their unbreakable relationship. So I think it's Sane tonight on this tribe. Unless Victor, for some reason, plays an idol on Sane, which I don't think he will do that. So yeah, it's definitely going to be Sane here on this tribe, or this split tribe. Plus, you know, winner. Sane has been very quiet for a previous winner. They have not done like anything. But that's also kind of understandable because they were just so disliked at the beginning. So they kind of just have to fall into the background a little bit. On this tribe, what can we read into this? We have Kiyoshi, Monica, and Kim. They are going to control this vote. Do they take out Hector here? I think they gun for Justin, but they could take out Hector, which would be a massive power shift if Hector goes out. But taking out Justin would also make a lot of sense because they're not really loyal to him, and Justin is like fully loyal to Corey at this point. So I personally would go for Justin. I don't think Hector is all that much of a threat at the moment. I mean, he is. He still has Cecilia, but he definitely lost Nancy, so I think he has been crippled a little bit, so like they could keep him in for now. But well, let's see where they land. Okay, here on the first tribe, we've got Cecilia and Julia with a major fight. Oh no. Also Julia and Victor with a major fight. Okay, and maybe it's Julia. Maybe Sane is gonna get saved once again. I don't know. I mean, Julia did play an idol. She's also a winner. I don't know if Cecilia is that loyal to Corey, because even though she has this unbreakable relationship with Corey, she did just go against him. No, Julia just went against him. I don't know. We'll see. I still think it's going to be Sane, but we'll see. On the other beach, we have Kim impressing the rest of the team and nothing else. So I think it's going to be Sane and Justin, but I don't know. We'll see. Let's go to the first tribal of the night. All right, we got Cecilia, Corey, Julia, Victor, and Sane here. Arriving at tribal. Victor, he has the necklace, cannot be voted for tonight. Everybody else is eligible. It is time to vote. And if anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now's the time to do so. Nobody stands up. I read the votes. First vote goes to Julia. One vote Julia. Second vote goes to Sane. One vote Julia, one vote Sane. We are definitely losing a winner. But which one? We'll see. Next vote goes to Sane. Two votes Sane. One vote Julia. And the next vote goes to Julia. We're tied. Two votes Julia, two votes Sane, one vote left. And the 11th person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor All Stars 4, fourth member of the jury, is going to be Julia. Whoa. Julia, the tribe has spoken. I think she was getting into those fights because they were basically telling her that she was gonna go. Because I think they see Julia as much more of a threat to win than Sane at this point. Like comparing the two winners still left in the game, because Julia, she has these relationships. She was a far stronger winner on her season than Sane was. Sane has kind of been quiet and not really doing much. Power move by Victor and Cecilia here. It is Cecilia, Victor, and Sane. They vote for Julia. Corey and Julia, they vote for Sane. Wow, Corey is getting undermined left and right these past 2 episodes. But we got another tribal to go to, so let's go to tribal council number 2. All right, Hector, Justin, Kim, Kiyoshi, and Monica, they arrive at tribal. Kim has the necklace. She cannot be voted for tonight. Everybody else is eligible. It is time to vote. And if anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now's the time to do so. Nobody stands. I read the votes. First vote goes to Hector. 1 vote, Hector. Second vote goes to Hector. 2 votes, Hector. It's not looking good. Third vote goes to Justin. It's 2 votes, Hector. 1 more, Justin. I don't want to lose Hector, but I think we are. The 12th person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor, All Stars 4, 5th member of the jury. It is Hector. Hector, the tribe has spoken. Definitely twist screwed here. I think he would have been fine if this split tribal had not happened. First time he's not going to make the final 3. But nonetheless, he did very well on the season. Made it all the way to the final 9, even with the massive target on his back. Sad to see him go, but it is what it is. It's a unanimous vote. Everybody votes for Hector, except Hector votes for Justin. And that's that. We'll move on to episode number 11, even though I'm kind of sad. We got the final 8 here. We are suddenly wrapping up. Okay, I have to pick a new winner pick, I guess. And now I guess it's going to be Corey. I got to stick by that. I said it was going to be Hector or Corey, but I think Kiyoshi has really picked up steam in this game. He was definitely an underdog for a while there, but he does have his relationships with Monica and Kim. He does have an idol. So I think he could very much be taken over as the main person to win here. But I'm going to say Corey is still going to win just because he has such good relationships. I think he's going to make it to the end. And if he makes it to the end, I think the jury is just going to unanimously vote for him. Well, maybe not unanimously, but like he's going to get the majority. And also I did say it was going to be Corey or Hector, so I can't swap now. Sane though, only winner left. Let's see what they do. Can they keep playing under the radar? I don't know. I think Sane's days are kind of numbered here. We'll see. We'll see. On the beach, what happened now? What has changed? We still have these final 2s. Hector's final 2 with Cecilia, that's gone. Unbreakable relationships, Victor and Kiyoshi, Corey and Cecilia, Monica and Kim, Monica and Kiyoshi, Justin and Corey, Kiyoshi and Kim and Justin now. That is random. That comes out of nowhere. But all right. Maybe Kim and Justin formed like a bond or made a deal on that split tribal in the last episode. I don't know. I could also see Kim winning. She has been very under the radar, or not really under the radar, but she has been like kind of quiet, but has really solidified her relationships in the game here. So she could definitely win. We also have Cecilia with an unbreakable relationship towards Sane. Sane only with a medium bond towards Cecilia. Oh no. Monica and Corey with a strong bond. Yeah, Corey still with the best relationships, really, I think. Although he doesn't really have a bond with Kiyoshi, he doesn't really have a bond with Kim, he doesn't really have a bond with Sane, or he doesn't really have a bond with Victor. So yeah, he's not infallible. The tides could always turn on him, I think. We'll see. Reward is going to go to Victor. Good for him. He is going to take Kiyoshi, Sane, and Corey with him on reward. Nice. And he's also going to send Cecilia to go silent. All right. What is she going to do there? She's not going to wager her vote. And no, wait. She does wager her vote and she loses. Oh no. That's not good for her. So Cecilia with no vote now. But immunity is going to go to Sane. Whoa. I thought Sane was in trouble. Not anymore. Sane is safe tonight. They bought themselves yet another episode, so good for them. All right, we now have Cecilia with no vote. We have Kim and Kyoshi with a minor disagreement, and there's a new alliance. It is Cecilia, Corey, Justin, and Victor. Okay, Corey has realized that his power in the game has been undermined far too long. He needs to solidify his relationships. He needs to make sure he gets his way here and forms an alliance with his number one, Justin. He pulls in Cecilia, who he has this unbreakable relationship with. And I guess Victor bonded with Corey at Reward or something. I don't know. Sane is chilling at camp. They won the immunity, and now they're like, all right, it's just not going to be me tonight. That's fine. You guys handle it. Let's go to tribal. All right, we got the final 8 here. Sane, they have the necklace, cannot be voted for tonight. Everybody else is eligible. It is time to vote. And if anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now's the time to do so. Victor stands up and uses his idol on himself. Interesting. Any votes cast against Victor will not count. I read the votes. First vote goes to Victor. Does not count. Victor does not count. What? They were gunning for Victor? Victor does not count. Oh my god. I thought Kyoshi had an unbreakable relationship with him. Who is pulling this move off? Monica. Oh. Maybe nobody. One vote Monica. 3 votes left. And the next one goes to Monica. 2 votes Monica. 2 votes left. And the next one goes to Cecilia. That is 2 votes Monica. 1 vote Cecilia. 1 vote left. Oh, it could be a tie. Maybe that's why Victor plays an idol. But it's not. The 13th person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor All-Stars 4, 6th member of the jury. It is Monica. Monica, the tribe has spoken. It would have been a tie between Monica and Victor. So I guess Cecilia losing her vote is what scared Victor into playing his idol here. Which, smart call. Otherwise, they would have just had the vote here with that newly formed alliance, I guess. But Monica, you know what? She kind of clawed her way into a power position in this game. I'm pretty impressed with how she played this because we all thought she was going to be gone by episode like 5 or something because nobody liked her. And then suddenly she just flipped the game around, formed some bonds, made everybody like her. And suddenly she was in a very good spot to make it to the end until idled out of the game. Unfortunate for her, she's gone here. So who was who? It is Justin, Victor, and Sane who vote for Monica. Oh. Corey, Kim, and Monica vote for Victor. What? Corey, you just formed an alliance with Victor. What? Kyoshi is the Cecilia vote? What are you doing, Kyoshi? Is that alliance fake? I don't know what's going on. Anyway, I mean, I guess Kyoshi did have that unbreakable relationship with Victor, so he was not going to vote for Victor. But yeah, I don't know. This is a weird vote turnout. I don't know what Corey's doing. If he wins, this is the messiest win of all time. All right, we're at episode 12. We got the final 7. What is going on? We got Kyoshi with the only idol in the game. No, wait, there's an idol hidden. Never mind. I stand corrected. Alliances. Corey and Justin now. Now that Monica's gone, both her final 2s are gone. So are Kyoshi and Kim gonna link up for good now? I don't know. We have this new final 4. Cecilia, Corey, Justin, and Victor. How real is this? I don't know. Corey just tried to vote out Victor. Unless maybe Corey was aware that Victor was going to play the idol. And he was like, okay, I'm going to convince them to throw the votes on you. I will vote also on you. And you guys can dictate the vote. Which also doesn't really make any sense. But okay. Kyoshi and Victor, they have an unbreakable relationship. We also have Corey and Cecilia. We have Justin and Corey. Sane and Cecilia now. Okay. So Sane up to an unbreakable relationship, even though they didn't really have that strong of a relationship with Cecilia. Now we got Kim and Justin. Right, that happened last episode also. I kind of forgot because it's so random. Like, where did that come from? I don't know. Kyoshi with a strong bond towards Sane. And then Sane and Victor with a strong bond. Sane and Kim with a strong bond. What is going on with Sane suddenly? Wow. They really used that immunity necklace to their benefit. Kyoshi and Kim with a strong bond also. That was an unbreakable relationship. It has gone down. I guess Monica really was the glue holding them together. Then I don't know if they're actually gonna stick together. I think Kyoshi is gonna try to form something with Victor now. And who else? I don't know. Maybe Corey? Maybe Sane? Reward is gonna go to Kim and Victor. And Kyoshi cannot participate. That's sad for him. But Justin is gonna go on reward with them because they get to pick one person. And they're also gonna send Corey to go silent. All right. What does he do there? He is not gonna wager his vote. All right. So nothing really going on here, but immunity is going to go to Corey. He comes straight back from Ghost Island, pulls out the immunity win. Good for him. And look at this. Victor has found another idol. What? Well, we're back to Kiyoshi and Victor having the idols. All right, we have Corey and Sane bonding strongly. We also have Corey and Victor bonding strongly. And there's a new alliance. It is Cecilia, Kim, and Sane. That's kind of a random group of people, but okay. Cecilia and Sane did have that unbreakable bond, and I don't know why Kim is here, but I think she liked Sane. She had that strong bond with Sane. Maybe they will dictate the vote tonight. We'll see. Let's go to Tribal. All right, final 7 here. Corey has the necklace, cannot be voted for. Everybody else is eligible. It is time to vote. And if anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now's the time to do so. Kiyoshi stands up. He is gonna use his idol on himself. Any votes cast against Kiyoshi will not count. I'll read the votes. Honestly, smart call. I think he could have been in danger here. First vote goes to Kiyoshi. Does not count. Kiyoshi does not count. Kiyoshi does not count. Kiyoshi does not count. Wow, they were gunning for him. Great move by Kiyoshi here, playing the idol. The next vote goes to Kim. Oh no, 1 vote Kim. 2 votes left. Wow. Next one goes to Victor. Oh, those are 2 very big players. Although I feel like everybody is a very strong player here at the end game. So it is 1 vote Kim, 1 vote Victor, 1 vote left. Who's it gonna be? The final vote goes to Cecilia. Oh, so we are tied. Victor, Kim, Cecilia all got 1 vote, and we're gonna do a revote. So 4 votes are gonna be in the bag. First vote goes to Kim. 1 vote Kim. Next vote goes to Cecilia. 1 vote Cecilia. 1 vote Kim. 2 votes left. And the next vote goes to Victor. Oh no. Wow. 1 vote Cecilia. 1 vote Kim. 1 vote Victor. 1 vote left. Victor could get voted out with an idol in his pocket here. It's all gonna come down to this final vote. The 14th person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor All-Stars 4, 7th member of the jury is going to be Kim. Kim, the tribe has spoken. She loses Monica and immediately gets voted out again. She did try to pull one over on Kiyoshi, but I guess he knew that he had been turned on and instead decided to turn on her first. I honestly didn't really think she was gonna win though, so I don't think this is like a huge loss. So yeah, anyway, Kim's gone. So who is who? It's Cecilia, Corey, Justin, and Sane. Oh, Kim does not vote with them to take out Kiyoshi. Interesting. So that is, oh, that's the alliance, right? Cecilia, Corey, Justin, except for Victor, who votes for Kim here, and almost votes himself out of the game, I guess. And then Sane tags along to it, all right? Not sure what they're doing, but honestly, I have no idea where they are, what they are doing in general. They are voting with Cecilia, right? So Sane and Cecilia, they seem to be like a locked in final 2 at this point. Kiyoshi is the Cecilia vote, Victor is the Kim vote, Kim is the Victor vote. And then we got Corey and Justin flipping on over to Kim, Kiyoshi sticking to Cecilia, and then Sane throws a vote on Victor. Which, okay, so that alliance, that 4-person alliance, that is what is keeping Victor in the game. Because Corey and Justin, they stay loyal to him. All right, well, wild tribal, but we're gonna head into the finale here, where we got 6 very strong contenders to win the crown. First up is Cecilia King, the 2-time fan favorite. Can she get a 3rd one? Maybe. But I think above that, she wants the crown. I'm not sure she's gonna get it. She's kind of lost a lot of footing in the game after losing Hector, after losing Nancy, after losing Dustin. I think it's gonna be hard for her to make it to the end, but she does have this strong bond with Sane. She does have a bond with Corey. She's in that 4-person alliance with Corey, Justin, and Victor, so she still has some footing in the game. We'll see. Then we have Corey Nihus, who I still think is winning. He currently holds all the power with his 4-person alliance. I think if he can stand in front of a jury, I think they will just vote for him because they all like him. But he has definitely lost a lot of power throughout the past few episodes, so it is possible that somebody scoots on ahead of him and takes the crown in front of his eyes. I don't know. I don't think it's a slam dunk, but we'll see how it goes. Then we got Justin Delgado, who is probably not winning. I think he's a go to the end at this point. He's only just been loyal to Corey. He hasn't really done anything else, which is kind of strange. But I guess he kind of played that game on early outs too until his ally got voted out, and then he had to scramble and make something else happen. But yeah, he has not played a winning game. I would not be surprised to see him be a losing finalist at this point. Then we got Kiyoshi Ito, who I don't think he's winning, not because I don't think he's played a strong game, because I do think he has, but I think it's going to be hard for him to get there to the end because he just played an idol. People tried to get rid of him. I think they will try again, and he's going to need another idol or some immunity necklaces. But he does have this bond with Victor. He does have a bond with Corey and Cecilia. I think he could make something happen, but he's going to have to pull out a Hail Mary here. Then we got Victor Fang, who definitely could win as well. I think it depends on if he takes Corey with him to the end or if he cuts Corey. Or like, I guess if he's able to cut Corey. I also think he could be in danger of Kiyoshi taking the win over him. I mean, he has made it to the end before and not been respected by the jury because there were stronger players ahead of him. So I don't know how he's gonna pull one out here, like what is gonna be different for him here. But if he does make a move with his idol, that could be flashy enough to inch him ahead of these other players. And then we got Sane Amri, who I don't think is winning. Sane, probably not a two-time winner here. They've been very quiet, which is understandable. I mean, the more louder winners, they got clipped out of the game. And Sane has been able to keep themselves alive just by keeping to themselves, managing their threat level very well. But I don't think it's going to lead up to a winning game here, which is fine. Saints already won, so it's not that big of a deal. But honestly, it could still be anybody's game. We'll see. My money's still on Corey, but yeah, we'll keep going. All right, we have no idol hidden. Victor has the only idol in the game. He can use it now or he can use it in the next tribal. So he has some options. We've got Corey and Justin in their final two now. Who else was in this? I forget. Somebody left it, but whatever. It's a final two. We got this 4-person alliance. It looks to be pretty strong. So I don't know if this is going to break apart. I think this might just be our final 4, to be honest, unless somebody goes on a run, immunity run. We got now this final 2 between Cecilia and Sane. So that's something. Cecilia could try to undermine this alliance because she is more loyal to Sane and like take out like a Justin or something because she does not really bond with Justin all that much, or she doesn't really like have any relationship with Justin. Corey and Cecilia, they have an unbreakable relationship. So do Sane and Victor now. What? That comes out of nowhere. Victor and Kiyoshi still have theirs. Justin and Corey. Sane and Cecilia. Sane and Corey have a strong bond. Victor and Cecilia have a strong bond. Victor and Corey have a medium bond, and then Victor and Justin have a medium bond, and Sane and Justin. So Kiyoshi is actually completely not on the board aside from his relationship with Victor. So I definitely think he's gone if he does not win immunity, to be honest, which that's going to be rough for Kiyoshi. But immunity goes to Corey. Never mind. But he's going to take Justin and Victor on reward, I guess. Good for them. Second win for Corey here. Can Kiyoshi save himself somehow? Probably not. But on the beach, we have Justin and Victor finding something in common. Yeah, it's Kiyoshi's time to go. That's sad, but it is what it is. We'll get a tribal. Let's just clip his game short here. All right, final 6 here. Cecilia, Corey, Justin, Kiyoshi, Victor, and Sane. Corey has the necklace, cannot be voted for tonight. Everybody else is eligible. It is time to vote. And if anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now's the time to do so. Nobody stands up. I'll read the votes. First vote goes to Sane. 1 vote Sane. Next vote goes to Kiyoshi. 1 vote Kiyoshi, 1 vote Sane. 4 votes left. And the next vote goes to Kiyoshi. That is 2 votes Kiyoshi, 1 vote Sane. And the next vote goes to Kiyoshi. That is 3 votes Kiyoshi, 1 vote Sane. And the 15th person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor All-Stars 4, 8th member of the jury. It is Kiyoshi. Kiyoshi, the tribe, has spoken. I really wanted him to take this crown, but he didn't have it in him. I think the writing was kind of on the wall after he had to play an idol to save himself. And in the process, even lose his only ally in the game, or like only real ally. I guess he still had Victor, but Losing Kim, that was pretty much it for Kyoshi's game. Even Victor doesn't vote with him here. He's gone unanimously. So yeah, unanimous vote against Kyoshi. Kyoshi votes for Sane. And that's that. Kyoshi, gone. This is not his season. But, you know, props to him for making it all the way to the final 6. Part 2 of the finale. We got the final 5 here. Who's next out? I think it might be Sane. It might be Justin. Either one of those. Cecilia might pull a move and try to take out Justin, but I don't know if she can pull in a third person for that vote. I don't know. Anyway, Victor has the idol. He's gonna play it. We've got Corey and Justin in their final 2. We got this final 4. We got this final 2. Unbreakable relationships. Pretty much everybody with everybody. Sane and Corey have a strong bond. Justin with a strong bond toward Victor. Okay. Victor and Corey with a medium bond. Sane and Justin with a medium bond. So yeah. I think it's Sane. It's probably just Sane. Actually, Sane and Victor have an unbreakable relationship. Could Victor flip and take out Justin? I don't know. Let's go to immunity. Never mind. Justin wins immunity. All right. Well, do they flip and take out Corey? Probably not, but they could. I think it's just Sane, though. Cecilia and Sane, they have a small fight. Probably because Cecilia is like, well, I can't really help you. You're probably just gonna go tonight. Sorry. I think that's fair. Let's just go to tribal. All right, we got the final 5 here. Justin has the necklace, cannot be voted for tonight. Everybody else is eligible. It is time to vote. And if anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now's the time to do so. Victor stands up. He places idol on himself, predictably so. Any votes cast against Victor will not count. I'll read the votes. First vote goes to Sane. 1 vote Sane. Second vote goes to Sane. 2 votes Sane. Third vote goes to Corey. 2 votes Sane. 1 vote Corey. 2 votes left. At the 16th person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor All-Stars 4, 9th member of the jury, it is Sane. Sane, the tribe has spoken. Honestly, props to them for making it this far, though. Last remaining winner, they did fairly well on this season. It was looking a little bit better for them here at the end game, but I think having to lay low for so long just kind of didn't allow them to really get their game going. So it was kind of too late. But anyway, they're gone. Unanimous vote. Even Cecilia votes for Sane. Sane votes for Corey. And now they're gone. All right. We are now at part 3 of the finale, where we are going to have final 4 fire making. So I guess the question is going to be, who's going to win the immunity challenge? And who are they going to take with them to the end? If it's going to be Corey or Justin, I think they take each other. I think Victor takes Cecilia, probably. But he could also take Corey. I don't think he takes Justin. Cecilia, probably same thing. Definitely not Justin. Could take either one of the other ones. So I think Justin, unless Corey wins immunity, I think Justin is going into fire. And then we'll just see. All right, on the beach. Unbreakable relationships. Everybody. Except Victor and Justin have a strong bond. Justin and Cecilia only with a slight bond. Yeah, this has not been Justin's season, to be honest. But immunity. Who is going to win the final immunity of the season? Can Corey get a 3rd win? No, Victor. He clutches it out. This could be a game-winning move if he can take out Corey here, right? Why is Ghost Island here? I don't know. The final 4 go to Ghost Island. Okay. I guess we're doing fire making at Ghost Island? Or, okay, nothing happens. Whatever. I guess they're just there to chill. Okay, well, anyway. Let's go tribal. All right. We got the final 4 here. Cecilia, Corey, Justin, Victor. Victor has to make a decision. He can save one person, and the other 2 are going to have to make fire. Who is he going to pick? He decides to give up his immunity. He's going to give it to Cecilia. He's going to give safety to Justin, and he's going to put himself into fire against Corey. What? Oh my god. Wow. Okay, is this a game-winning move? What the hell? If Victor pulls this off, he is winning this game, right? Holy shit. All right, Corey, Victor, they're going to do fire. Who wins? It is Victor. Oh my god. I think Victor just won the game. Holy shit. Corey, unfortunately, that is it for you. Very strong game for Corey here, but he gets the Fallen Angel edit taken out right before Final Tribal Council. Holy shit. What an impressive move. Victor has pulled off the Underwood. Is this his win? I think so. I think he easily wins here compared to Cecilia and Justin. I mean, Victor has played two idols. He just put himself into fire, took out the #1 contender for the crown. Holy shit. Well, anyway, we're gonna go to Final Tribal Council. We got the 3 finalists here: Cecilia King, Justin Delgado, and Victor Fang. One of these 3 is gonna win. They all plead their case for why they should win to the jury. Our 10-person jury asked their questions. Then they cast their votes for who they think should win. And it is time to crown another Sims 4 Survivor winner. The first vote goes to Cecilia. 1 vote, Cecilia. Second vote goes to Victor. 1 vote Victor, 1 vote Cecilia. Third vote goes to Justin. We got 1 vote for all 3 of them, per usual for Brand Steel. The fourth vote goes to Victor. 2 votes Victor, 1 vote Cecilia, 1 vote Justin. And the fifth vote goes to Cecilia. We got 2 votes Cecilia, 2 votes Victor, 1 vote Justin, 5 votes left. And the sixth vote goes to Justin. Oh. We got 2 votes Justin, 2 votes Cecilia, 2 votes Victor. And the 7th vote goes to Victor. 3 votes Victor, 2 votes Cecilia, 2 votes Justin, and 3 votes left. And the 8th vote goes to Cecilia. Okay. We got 3 votes Victor, 3 votes Cecilia, 2 votes Justin, 2 votes left. And the 9th vote goes to Justin. What? Okay, we're tied. 3 votes Victor, 3 votes Cecilia, 3 votes Justin, 1 vote left. And the 10th and final vote for the win goes to Justin. What? What the fuck? Congratulations, Justin. He has won. This is the worst win of all time. What? What the hell? No. No. This is not real. Who the fuck? Who the fuck voted for him? It was Akira, it was Corey, it was Julia, and Monica. What? Hector, Kim, and Nancy vote for Cecilia. That makes sense. Hector and Nancy were in an alliance with her. Not sure what Kim is doing, but okay. And then Daryl, Kiyoshi, and Sane vote for Victor. This is the worst outcome. I demand a recount. This is unfair. Bitter jury? It has to be a bitter jury. There's no way. There's no way for any other reason as to why Justin, who did nothing except be loyal to Corey, to be the winner of this season. What the fuck? Who's the fan favorite? It's Corey. Okay, that's fair. I mean, no. No. Okay, well, that's our season. So here's our elimination order. 20th place, Ignacio Robles. 19th, Nat Valen. 18th, Ava Capricciosa. 17th, Tia Bailey. 16th, Hillary Laurent. 15th, Dustin Broke. 14th, Grandma Hattie Loden. 13th, Akira Kipo. 12th, Daryl Charm. 11th, Nancy Landgrab. 10th, Julia Wright. 9th, Hector Laurent. 8th, Monica Lopez. 7th, Kim Goldblum. 6th, Kiyoshi Ito. 5th, Saint Amri. 4th, Corey Nihus. Our co-runner-ups, Victor Fang and Cecilia King. And our winner, Justin Delgado, for some reason. I don't even want to do an outro anymore. Most immunity wins was Victor with 3. Corey had 2. Daryl, Justin, Kim, Nancy, Sane, they all got 1. Most votes received was Kiyoshi with 15. Akira and Tia had 11. Sane had 9. Daryl, Monica, and Ned had 8. Grandma, Hattie, Julia, and Nancy all had 6. Hillary, Ignacio, and Victor had 5. Cecilia, Ava, and Hector had 4. Dustin and Kim had 3. And then Corey and Justin only had 1. Okay, I guess Justin had something going on by not getting any votes. Most strategic, Kiyoshi, number 1. I think that's right. Victor, number 2. Yes, I would also say that's right. And then Say, number 3. I would put Corey number 3. Also, I might bump Victor up to 1 and Kiyoshi number 2. I don't know. I'm not sure. But anyway, that's our season. All hail our current reigning Justin Delgado. This is a bullshit outcome. I'm sorry. I would have even been happy with a Cecilia win, to be honest. I think she played a decent game. I think Justin was the clear goat to take to the end. I don't think he should have gotten any votes at the end. He should have been the brand hacking of this season, but he was not. I don't know why we're here. this might be the worst season of all time. Even though it was actually kind of a fun season. But anyway, well, that wraps up era number 4 of Sims 4 Survivor. And I think for now, this series is gonna go on an indefinite hiatus. I feel like it's getting kind of stale. The views are dropping rapidly also, which, you know, I guess I don't have any views on anything anyway, but I don't know. I think I'm just feeling a little bit burnt out by this series and I need a break. Also, this era was just like, it just wasn't as fun for me, to be honest. I think because I ran out of Sims and I don't really know exactly where we're going with this. I just don't want to bring people back constantly. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. But if that's what you were here for and you feel like unsubscribing, that's fine. I don't blame you. And if so, thanks for sticking around. I'll see you guys whenever I post the next thing that I post, which honestly, by my track record, could be in a month or it could be tomorrow. We'll see. But yeah, that's it. See you guys. Bye.